And warm-up number 39 is on your screen. Problem number 1 reads, what are the measures of central tendency? Number 2, compute the measures of central tendency and sketch a box plot for 9, 7, 5, 1, 8, 6, 5, 9, 8, and 8. Copy that, and I'll give you a little bit of time. Go. All right, share with me what you got. You should be done by now. All right, looks like Donna's got this. Very good, Donna. I see you. Selena, I see you, Selena. Let's go with Rianne. What are the measures of central tendency? Mean, median, and mode. All right. So we need those 3 from this data. So in order to do that, being that it's Monday, let me go through this really quick. So we organize that from least to greatest. We got 1, 5, 5, 6, 1, 5, 5, 6. Then we got 7, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8. One more 8. 9, and 9. All right. So, to find the measures, we first start with the mean. What do? We add all data and divide by the number of numbers. So how many numbers do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes? So what'd you get for the sum? Share with your neighbor what was the sum for all this? So I can divide by 10. Sum. JJ. All right, help them out, AJ. 66. Hands if you got 66. Looks about right. So divide that by 10. So the mean is 6.6. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Median. There's 10 data. We go to the center. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the center, there's nothing there. So what do? Tell your neighbor. Yeah, divide the 2 closest ones, and add the 2 closest data to the center, and divide by 2. So 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Last but not least, mode. Which one repeats the most? And it looks like it's what? 8. All right. We need a box plot. By now we're experts at that. So we need Q2, which was 7.5. We need Q1, which is the median for the lower data. Q1, and the median for the upper data. Q3. Therefore, we got 5, 7.5, 8. Max. 9, minimum 1, and of course your number line at the bottom, and so on and so forth. And if you got something like that, all right. So let me send you a blank screen so you can send me your warm-up. Give me a second. There it is. Send me your work. And copy the agenda, please. Warm-up number 39, we just finished. Today we are moving on to measure central tendency. And today we're going to be focusing not only on measures, but we're also going to look at something called the mean of grouped data. Now, measure central tendency, I already introduced from the beginning of the school year. By now you guys are experts. We just want to make sure that today we solidize that. And we're going to use some of that for the next part of what we concluded last week. Okay? Tonight's home play is only 2 problems. Only. I love this weather. It's getting there, right? Let's go. It's almost cold enough for me to wear a sweater. Almost. But I like the fact that we haven't finished October and it started getting cooler already. Last year, even in Halloween, it was still hot, right? You guys remember? No? Yep. All right, copy the code for home play access. We got 9VRFA, 9VRFA, 9VRFA. So the weekend I gave you off. How about them apples? Pretty good, right? Let's go. But today, bam, let's go. Oh, yeah, we got this. And get a Cornell note ready. I'll give you guys some time. You don't need a Freire model today since we already have the notes for measures of central tendency. Today we're just going to wrap that up. All right, here we go. I can summarize data and compute the measure central tendency. I can summarize data and compute the measure central tendency. Like I said, by now we should be solid with all this, but just to make sure, today we're going to do just a couple more. However, remind your neighbor a definition in your own words of what measures central tendency are. What are measures of central tendency in your own words? What do you think they are? Talk to the neighbor. What are measures of central tendency? All right. Looks like Mito's got it. Very good, Mitos. I see you. Bree's got it. All right. I see you. Of course, Jessica's got it. Shall we ask Vanessa? So, just for the sake of time, measures of central tendency is when we gather data and we look at the center of the data. That's why the definition says commonly used measures of center. Okay? So that we focus our attention to the center or the attention of all the data that we were given. Examples, what are they? You said there were three of them. The first one, the median, mean, and mode, the most repeated data. Non-examples, we already have something like that, and we said that the range, we're going to use that as a non-example. Like I said, you already have these notes. And here's the explanation for each. We don't need it because we know how to find each of those, yes? All right. Steps that we take in finding all of that, there it is. However, write this down in your paper. Start with at the top, write data measures. For this unit, we're going to finish three different types of measures. The first one known as central tendency, the second known as measures of variation, and the third one known as measures of position. That's where we're headed. I'm giving you the roadmap, but when you get here to the central tendency, just write the three that we already know. Put that in your notes. All right. Thank you for writing that down, and I'm going to send to your screen a screen so you can send me your notes just to make sure that you copy that organizer right there. Not that you don't take notes, but I just want to make sure that we're taking nice, copious notes. All right. So as I mentioned last week, guys, today we're going to begin our journey with formulas. Let's go. Now, we've been using formulas ever since the beginning of the school year. The only thing I didn't give you formulas so that you don't, like, freak out on me, but you know the process now. So here goes some formulas. So do me a favor, go to the end of your notebook, all the way to the end. To the last page. Go to the last page. Or the section that you have for our class, go to the last section the last page of the section for this class. And write the word formulas. And like I said, hopefully we get to the 30-some formulas that we need to get to. Let's go, Martin. First one, percent. To find the percent, we got the frequency divided by the number of data times 100. guys remember that one? Yeah? I left you a video on the pie chart. You guys remember that? There you go. Second formula, degrees, also for that pie chart, was frequency over the number of data times 360. 360 being what? Degrees. That is correct. Next one. R. Tell your neighbor what R stands for. Very good. Yes, range. Highest value minus lowest value. And of course, you guys know what's coming next after R, right? Width. Width. R divided by the number of classes. And we got two more that are pretty much, the process is the same. But right now I'm going to see if you remember what each one stands for. So copy those. So you never what those symbols mean. By now you should know what this means. Get it? What this means? Means? All right, copy that. I'll give you some time. All right. So tell your neighbor what these two mean. All right, and underneath that, so that we can know what is what, put an oval like this and a circle inside of the oval. And we've seen this before. Tell your neighbor what each one represents. It's like Isabella's got it. Very good. Adisai's got it. Very good, Adisai. All right, let's see. Let's go with Julius. What does the big oval represent? Martin. Starts with the letter P. What is it? That is correct. Population. Martin in the house. 3 seconds left. He shot that one from the corner. And of course, this in here is called what, everyone? Starts with the letter S. Sample. Sample. And of course, this X bar means mean. But this corresponds now to only a sample. Which means this corresponds to what? To the what? Population. That is correct. It's also mean. And how are you going to differentiate one formula from the other? Here's the formula. It says, add all the x's and divide by the number of the x's, right? Same thing here. Tell your neighbor what's the only difference from one to the other one. What's the only difference? Yeah, capital means what? Population. And low cap means what? Sample. Pretty straightforward, yeah? Noah? Yeah? All right. All right, let's move on. Here we go. So, measure central tendency. Let's do one more for the sake of getting this mastered. Example Q. And data given 478212242. There it is on your screen. It says find the mean, median, mode, and range. And just out of those four, tell your neighbor which one is not a measure of central tendency. Tell your neighbor which one of those four is not. That is correct. The range is not, but we're including it because we use it throughout all the data. So I send you the screen. I'll give you some time, 1 minute. Is that enough? Yeah? All right, 59 seconds. Go. Bye. All right, here goes one from one of your colleagues on your screen. Let me show this over here as well. There it is. I see that the mean is 3.75, mode is 2, median 3, and range 7. Hands if you got that. From 1 to 5, I'll come through you with mesh central tendency. Yeah, we got this, right? You're like, Q, just give us the top parts here already. Let's go. All right, so we got that. Let's go to funner ones. Y'all ready? Let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we got this. And it reads, example 1. So for, on your paper, write example 1. And I want you to write the instructions. It says, construct a group frequency distribution for data using 7 classes. And then you're going to write the second instruction that says, find the mean of the group data set. And you guys have your calculators because you're going to help me with all the calculations because it's going to go a little fast. By now we should be able to do this all together. Okay? So let me send to your screen the one with the data where you can write over it. There it is. Once again, example 1 reads, construct a group frequency distribution for the data using 7 classes and find the mean of the group data set. This is what we're going to be using in regards to the mean being part of the measure central tendency. But now instead of having small data, now we have a bunch of data. So are we going to add all the numbers one by one? No! We're going to make a what? A group distribution. Tell you never what that means. What does group distribution mean? What does that mean? What does group distribution mean, Matthew? Very good. A frequency table. Very good. So with that said, let's get started. What is the first thing we need, everyone? Tell your neighbor. Step 1. Range. Find me the range, please. And step 2. What's step 2, everyone? The width. So find the range and the width, please. Once again, you can circle stuff on the screen. Now for this group distribution, we're not going to add a column for tallies. We're going to go straight to frequency, just for the sake of time. All right, who's got the range? All right, Julius, range. 34. Hands if you got 34. That is correct. That's 134 minus 100. And it's right here, highest number and lowest number. There they are. Width. We need to do the range divided by the number of classes. Tell your neighbor what the number of classes they want us to do. Yeah, that's 7. So we got 34 divided by 7. Calculators calculate. That gives us what? 4 point what? 4.85. And we always round up to what? 5 for the next number. All right. So let's get our group distribution. So we're going to begin here with class limits, class boundaries. This one, instead of tallies, we're going to label it what? Frequency. That is correct. And then I'm going to add one more column, and you'll see, well, actually a couple more, but the next one you'll see once we get there. All right? Get us started here with my first class. What's the number, everyone? First number is what? 100. Second class is what? 105. That is correct. How about the next one? 110, 115, 120, 125, 2, 4, 6, and one more, 130. Let's go to the upper limit. 104, 109, 114, 119, 124, 129, 134. All right, boundaries, set them up, please. All right, for the first class, boundaries, can you give me those, please? Jessica, what do I write? 99.5 to 104.5. That is correct. All right. Next one, Anna, go. 104.5, 109.5, and so on and so forth. So the next one, 109.5, 114.5, 114.5, 119.5, 119.5, 124.5, 124.5, 129.5, 129.5 to 134.5. We good? All right. So I'm going to use different colors for every class just so I can keep organized. I'm going to start with 100 to 104 for my frequency. So first column, do I have anything between 100 and 104? Nope. This one, 1. Two. Is that it? Yeah? All right. 2. Next one, I'm switching to green. 105 to 109. See? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7. 8. I think that's it. 8. Next one. 110 to 114. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Did I miss anything? We good? Looks like it, yeah? All right, let's go to 115 to 119. Did I miss anyone?
Yeah.
Which one? The 110?
Yeah.
All right, 110, I forgot one right here. 110, so that is 118. Any other? Let's see. I think that's it, right?
Yes.
All right. This is 18. All right, 115 to 119. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 120 to 124, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 125 to 129, 1, say right? And the last but not least, 130 to 134, 1. Whew. All right. Are we doing good? Yeah? All right. Next. The next column is known as this. Look up. Remind your neighbor what would be the next column that we would do. The next column. What does the M stand for? J. What does M stand for? Martin. Let's go. Close, because we don't use M for mean. We use the mu, the other one, or the X bar. M stands for midpoint. Bah. So, midpoint between 100 and 104 is, calculators calculate. Very good. 102. Next one. 107. Next one. 12. 117. 122. 127. 132. All right. Now this last column we do need, look up, and you're going to label it S times X of M. F times X of M. All right? So what does this mean? Frequency times the midpoints. So calculators calculate. Fill that in, please. 2 times 102 is 204. 8 times 107 is 856. Am I good? Yeah. 18 times 112 is... AJ, what'd you get? 18 times 112? $2,016. Thank you. 13 times 117. Selena, what'd you get? 1,000. 1,521. Thank you. 7 times 122. Bree, what'd you get? What is it? 854. 854. And then 127 and 132. All right, so check this out. The instructions for this one said, construct a group frequency for 7 classes. Did we do that? Yes. However, we needed this last column to do this next part, which says, find the mean of the grouped data set. Tell your neighbor how to find the mean using this column. How do you find the mean? Yeah, add them all up or draw the symbol sigma. And then we're going to divide by n, or the number of data that we have here. Yes. So 204 plus 856 plus 2016 plus 1,521 plus 854 plus 127 plus 132. What is that sum? Who's got the sum? Isabella with the sum. What is it? The sum first. What is the total sum? 5,710. Double check that. Isabella. Be nice. Wow. Bree, did you check that already? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data. So divide that, and Isabella said 800 and what, Isabella? 820. Hands, have you got that? All right. So, what's that? I know. All right, here goes the process one more time to make sure we got it. Do we know how to find the class limits, class boundaries, and frequency? Yes? Midpoint. Yes. What's the only column that we added today, though? Frequency times the midpoint. And we need that column in order to find the mean of the group data. Now, why do we need that, Mr. Q? Because I'm not going to give you, because watch, if I was to get to a problem that has 100 data, am I going to ask you to add all 100 numbers and then divide by 100? No. I want you to create a grouped distribution, and then from there, when you multiply the frequency times the midpoint, then you find your mean. Okay? From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with this? 5 fours, 5 fours. Okay. So, for those of you following on YouTube, here's the next problem for you to practice on. So, I'll stop the video right here, and once again, get that practice in. See you guys next time. Peace.